Okay, so this went a little longer than 20 minutes, but that's okay. So it's been on low 34. This is part 2 of my homemade mac and cheese. And I want to show you the steps because some of you are a little nervous to use your Instapot. So I just take this and I clicked it over, to venting. So after 34 minutes, the red button's still up. You cannot open it. So I clicked it on venting, and right now all the steam's coming out. It's really important not to put this right under your cupboard because you don't want all this steam and butter and salt just flooding under your cupboard and getting it all wet. So some people have devised little things that go over it to divert it, but I just do it on my island. Okay, so the pressure's coming out. Remember, we have our 3 cups of sharp cheddar that's already been grated. We have a can of opened evaporated milk. We have our dry mustard and pepper. You can do pepper to taste. If your kids don't like pepper, just do it on your own serving, okay? And right now the pressure's coming down. I'm gonna get my measuring cup, measuring spoons. So I'm ready to go. And we're waiting for this red button to go down. So it can take several minutes. I'm just trying to kind of show you, a couple of you are a little nervous about using your pressure cooker. So I had said to wait 20 minutes at low. So after the 7 minutes of cook time, I said after 20 minutes you do this release, but I got busy. I helped my children with their schoolwork. I'm in the middle of helping all of my kids get to their classes on time. So sometimes things go long. It's okay. 36 minutes, it should be just fine. It stopped cooking and it was just sitting there in the water. So I hear the steam is done. Now we're waiting for that little red button to click down. Maybe we can catch it live on camera. We'll see. Oh, we did. That's so cool. Okay, so now for my friends that are a little nervous to use an Instant Pot, it's okay. Once the red button's down, you just twist it and it comes right off. And it's hot and steamy and I'm draining some water there. Okay, so I'm going to show you what it looks like and I'm going to walk you through the process because this looks a little different than the last batch I made. So every batch might not be exactly the same. So inside are perfectly cooked noodles. I do see some liquid in there. So I'm going to give it a stir and see what other liquid is left. And I'm going to drain off that extra liquid. So first I need a nice big spoon. I'm going to stir those noodles. And as I'm stirring it, a lot of that liquid is just kind of like being absorbed into the noodles. So I'm going to show you again. I don't actually need to drain it at all. That's great. That'll save me an extra step. So if you have a lot of water in there, you're going to want to drain it. But I just stirred it. I haven't done anything. And it does not look runny. It does not have a lot of water. So it's perfect. It's ready for the cheese. So as you can see, it's steaming. It's super hot. I'm going to dump in my 3 cups of shredded sharp, my 12 ounces of evaporated milk. That's not condensed milk, it's evaporated. Let's see. I'm going to put in my tablespoon, oops, I can't fit that one in there, of dry mustard. This is teaspoons, so I got to put 3 of those. We already had our noodles salted. The water was salted when we did our cooking, so the noodles have a beautiful buttery salted flavor to them. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start stirring it. Okay? And the heat is still on low. It's on keep warm. If you need a little more heat, I'm going to see what happens as I start stirring it. But if you need a little more heat, you can always put it on saute. It's melting really well, so I'm not going to worry about it. But you can always tap saute right here and it'll start to heat up just the bottom of your pan. It doesn't do pressure cooking, it'll just let you saute. Oh, this is coming together really well. So I'm just stirring it, nice arm workout here. Okay, and we've got our really nice homemade sharp cheddar Deliciousness. Okay, so I usually taste it, make sure I have enough mustard. You don't want it to taste like mustard, but it does give a nice little zest to it. It doesn't taste like mustard at all. If you don't have dry mustard, you could try a little squirt of regular prepared mustard and see what that does. You might want to add some pepper. If you don't want black pepper flakes in there, you could do like a white pepper. I'm just going to try it, see if it's the right texture and flavor. I would do a little less mustard, less than a tablespoon. That's really good though. But I can taste the mustard. I think the tablespoon was for my larger batch. That's okay. I would do like a half a tablespoon or like 2 teaspoons of dry mustard. I'm gonna add a bunch of pepper because my son likes pepper. I just sprinkled it in. I didn't put like even a 1/4 teaspoon, probably less than a 1/4 teaspoon. I hope he likes that. It's had a little bit extra mustard, but it tastes very good. So I would probably do 2 teaspoons of dry mustard or 1 teaspoon of dry mustard, okay? So this is what it looks like when it's completed. And what I do after that is I turn it off. Now you can leave it like this all day if you want. Just put the lid on, and because it's at keep warm, it'll be fine all day. It's not gonna keep, you can leave it on venting all day long. And the pressure might change and go a little bit, but you're just gonna wanna make sure you don't open it unless that little red button's down. And leave this on venting all day. It can sit like this and it'll just keep warm at a safe temperature all day long, which is really helpful. Anytime you use your Instant Pot, when it's done cooking, it'll go to keep warm and it'll keep it like that for several hours at a safe temperature for food. So if you have to leave your house, just know that after the minutes are done cooking, it automatically goes to keep warm and it stays at a food safe temperature. You don't have to do anything for that. Just remember, before you open, you always put it to venting and make sure that little red button's down. I hope that helps. Have a great day. Bye.